Umm Tuba is a tiny village atop one of the rolling hills in the south of occupied East Jerusalem. It has a population of nearly 6,000 people. Here, almost all the villagers know each other. Land in Umm Tuba, which sits on the edge of the occupied West Bank, has been owned by Palestinian families for generations. From here, you can see the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. In early 2024, Khalil Abu Tair and his cousins wanted to build a home here on land they say they inherited from their forefathers. But when they went to the Jerusalem municipality to obtain a building permit, they received news that turned their lives upside down.
Shock. We still can't comprehend the whole thing. It's like a fantasy. There are houses here that have been licensed by the state for 40 and 50 years, and now we are surprised that the ownership has been transferred to an organization.
The ownership of at least 22 houses had been transferred to the Jewish National Fund without the knowledge or approval of the residents. 30 families have been impacted, including Yusuf's.
They did not buy the lands. No one sold them lands. And none of the people of our town are thinking of selling their lands. What happened is an act of theft and forgery. They saw our area as a strategic and beautiful location overlooking Bethlehem and all the surrounding areas. They set their eyes on it and stole the lands.
The Jewish National Fund is an organization founded in the early 1900s. Its aim to buy land and encourage Jewish resettlements in Palestine. Back in 2018, following former President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, including occupied East Jerusalem, the municipality of the city began the process of settlements of land title, which is essentially the finality of land rights. In other words, it's a process of land registration. But that's easier said than done, according to the resident's attorney.
East Jerusalem, there was no registration of title throughout the years because the Jordanians started the process and it was stopped in 1967 after the war. Israel never continued that process because registration of land is considered to be a matter of sovereignty, and Israel is considered as an occupied power in East Jerusalem, and Israel cared about the sensitivity of that area and about the way the international community might look at such an act.
The residents insist that they have proper building permits, and the State of Israel signed off on all of them. For Palestinians, land confiscation is nothing new, as Israel continues to come up with new ways to do so. And the land registration process is the latest method it's found to seize Palestinian territory for the benefit of the state or settlers. Israel has seized more Palestinian land in the occupied West Bank this year than in the past 2 decades put together. Now, with Donald Trump on his way back to the White House, Palestinians fear annexation may come next. Mohammad Al-Kassim, TRT World, Tuba, occupied East Jerusalem.